Welcome to our bonus webisode, and today we're featuring fabulous folded cards, the Center Step card. And this is one of our most popular die cut cards. Now we sell it this way, already die cut, but this is, like I said, it's one of the most popular, so it seemed just a perfect idea to do it as a cutting die. Teresa tells me she loves the fact that we make these dies in one piece because they're very, very sturdy and the cards don't get kind of twisted as they go through the die cutting machine. Now, on the package, you're going to see a project, and this is the project for real. And as you can see, they stand up. They've got this center step right in the middle, and you do need cardstock to make them. And just really nice. Now on the back of the package there are step-by-step directions, and this is what the cutting die looks like. It measures, let me turn this back over for a moment, it measures 5 7/8 inches wide, which means that you can put it through your Big Shot, your Gemini Junior. You don't need an extra wide mouth on the machine. And there are all these score lines. Score lines are really critical, and it's pretty easy to do. You can see how we've identified the mountain folds, which you're just going to fold in half right there, the one valley or the two valley folds, and another mountain. So just you can go right along and duplicate this, or just this is how you make them. And let me show you. Okay, so we've got that, and shown you that project, and interestingly enough, Teresa did something somewhat similar, so that's fun to see. Now, as you die cut that out, this is what your piece is going to look like. So it's going to, of course, die cut flat, and then that mountain is going to go right here in the middle, and then on each side, another mountain at the end, and then a valley right there. And that's how it's going to stand up. You really don't need anything to make sure it doesn't spread apart. It just does a really nice job of standing up all by itself. Okay, ready to see a project, and let me get this for you. And here is Teresa's first project. So, very pretty look, as you would expect. It doesn't take much to make this card a standout, as you can probably tell. Now, in this case, Teresa has used, in fact, I think in all of the projects, she has used the 6x6 papers. So that's a really easy benefit because it's going to fit perfectly on that card front. But Teresa has also given us a download. And here is the download. It is for the paper pattern on the front of the Center Step card. Now, as you can see, as I scoot this away, she has allowed her white card to become the base and to become the mat around the paper. So that works very, very nicely. In fact, you can find this on the project gallery down below, and just click on this project and you'll see the download. You might just want to print it out. That way you can use that whenever you're doing the Center Step card. And let me show you the paper that Teresa used. And it is this sheet. And you can see she used the whole sheet. So she's got it right there. And the pattern is just going to make it easy to cut that out. And then the pieces that were left, she used on the side pieces. So that was a really easy thing. Now, the other thing that she used are the die cuts. And these are also, this is all Secret Garden, as you just read. And the die cuts come out of this package. And let me see. There are two sheets in here. And she used, for the bottom part, you see this area, you can see that sprig of lavender. That is the bottom one. The Only For You is a cutout from the same paper pack right here. And just really pretty. Both of them have lavender on them, and both of them are pre-matted for you, so that's a nice bonus. Now, she wanted to add a little bit more to this, and what she did is to add some flowers. Now, the flowers were made out of this. This is the Tiny Flowers and Leaves cutting die. And one of the many nice things about this is that this can be cut in one fell swoop, and you're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 flowers. So she did them in 2 color combinations, and those were done using the Secret Garden cardstock. And this has all of these colors, so that's going to work perfectly with the Secret Garden papers. And you can see how she's just foam taped and glued them on top of those die cuts. And just really pretty. Steve, can we get a bit closer on this, just so we can really see those flowers, because they are called Tiny Flowers and Leaves. There you go. Also, this die has this wonderful arch and also these little berry sprigs. And you can see how she's got those arches. In fact, even this leaf extending down here, and the flowers in the top area, and those little berries on each side. So it all just kind of hugs that greeting, only for you. Now, this is a ribbon treatment that is just so Teresa. And what she does is she takes a piece of ribbon, glues the ends to the back of the paper, and then takes another length of ribbon and knots it over the top of the ribbon. So she kind of pinches all of that ribbon together, and it's just a really good look. If you struggle to make bows, this is a beautiful substitution, and it works very nicely. Now, can you see that flash of color? Let me get this out of the way. Yes, and that's at the top. There we go. And at the bottom. And that is with our favorite, which is the thin line dazzles, but these are the thin line glitter dazzles. Now, there are 10 colors, I believe, and this is the teal that she has used, and it just adds that bit of shine. You wouldn't think that something so tiny would have such a powerful effect, but yet it does. The ribbon, of course, is out of our white ribbon set, as you would imagine. And that works nicely. Now, Teresa also added some dazzles in the center of those tiny flowers. She used the brass jewel dazzles, and there are 540 pieces on that sheet, so that's certainly plenty to take advantage of the color and the shine. Now, on the inside of her card, she has used another sheet from the collection, and I thought I had it right here. And I think I don't, but I think you can see it right there. There's the full sheet. And you can see that little garden gate is there. These are more of the die cuts and more of the flowers kind of spiraling on top of that, oh, happy day, happy birthday. So just really nice. Now, Teresa suggested in her instructions to me is that in order to do this, you can simply take your paper and position it at the bottom of the cutting die. In fact, let me just do that. So this would go on the bigger area. So you simply position the paper on that and run it through your die cutting machine. You don't have to run the whole piece through, but that much. And then you're going to have a piece perfectly sized to fit on the inside of your card. No fuss, no stress. It just works very, very nicely. So the same items used on the front of the card are used on the inside, and isn't that pretty? Okay, we're going to move on to her second card. And I thought it was really kind of fun that she used this same die cut that was used on the package, but in a different way. And that's what I would expect from our Teresa. One thing I forgot to mention, and it's true of all the fabulous folded cards, is that you really will want to use a bone folder. You could use the handle of scissors. I kind of like the bone folder. I've come to really appreciate it. And as you are folding your piece, so you've got it like this, and then as you fold it, you want to do a little bit of burnishing with either, you know, whatever tool you decide to have, because that's going to give those folds a very crispness to them, and they will just do a really nice job. Okay, so let's go to this card. And what Teresa has done is she has die cut it out of this lime glitter paper. Look at that. In fact, you can see it on the card even better. So it's got silver and gold sparkles in it. They don't rub off, and that's really nice. We bring this in from England just for you, and so that's a very pretty color. So that has become her card base. Once again, she allowed that base to be the mat around her papers. So this is what she has used. Oh, by the way, there is a download here too. This is for the inside paper and this is for the front. So she's given us a couple of downloads, and that's really helpful. I so appreciate that of her. Now the sheet, and this is out of the 6x6 Sweet Pea. Okay, so we had Secret Garden to begin with. This is Sweet Pea, and this is the sheet. Now this is how it appears. I think this is how it appears in the pack, but Teresa decided to let that gingham border be on the bottom of her card, and it just does a really nice job. So you can see the green matches nicely with that lime glitter. You don't need to put anything on the side panels, just simply this is going to work well for the front of it. Now, just like the last card, she went into the die cuts. Now you see that great big hello to you, and whoops, there it is, and that's just as easily as they pop out. So there's the hello to you. She simply glued that slightly at an angle. This is made into a tag, but she decided to loop the ribbon and knot it, and she took the ribbon out of our green ribbon pack, you can see, and that also is a metallic ribbon. Just does a really nice job. Now the hugs comes from the paper pack, and here it is. This is the piece. So here's the set of cutouts, and she has this one that she's turned on its side, and that worked very, very nicely. The greetings that she's used are these. These are the colorful We're Together. Now the We're Together comes in black, but this is in gold, silver, and white, and I think brown. So there's 8 sheets, so there's 4 colors. Yes, so those are the 4 colors. And she's used the silver here, so hugs, and the little heart that's in there, that is foam taped on top of the die cut. Now that wonderful border that you're seeing is our lime border dazzles. Boy, isn't it just such a refreshing color, don't you think? Now for the inside of her card, now the reason why that paper pattern is nice to have is because this one, again, she's letting the card be the mat. So here is the paper that she used, and you can see it right here with that little butterfly sitting on the fence, as well as the big butterfly. And this has been used with the download, and it just fills the inside of the card. Again, we have some of the die cuts. In fact, this is the one that goes right here. So she's got Missing Our Time Together, My Friend, and this, and it just looks so nicely. Now, she used those border dazzles top and bottom, but she also added a little bit of pink, and these are the pink jewel dazzles. I know that they're really in your face there, but you can see what a bit of pink, a little bit of shine, how they add a really nice look to this. Now, you know, for our third project, what I love that Teresa does, and she never fails, is that she will take this cutting die and do something entirely different with it. And I was really not disappointed in the slightest with what the woman has done. So here we have a card, and then I'm going to open it, and look what's going to happen. There is our center step card in the middle of our card. Look at that. How pretty, and how fun is that, as that opens up into 3 panels. Okay, so how did she do it? Well, here's what the woman did. She took, let's see, we will first show you, this is the center step card die cut out. Steve, will you get just a tad further away? Just a tad. Okay, so here we have it, and this is how it would normally appear. But in this case, we're going to leave it like this, and we're going to leave it closed. Then we're going to take a piece of the pink cardstock, and the pink cardstock comes from our Chantilly lace cardstock. So there's a light pink in there. In fact, Chantilly lace is the paper collection she used. So this is 5 7/8 by 5 5 by 5 7/8. The 5 7/8 is the entire width of our card, the width of our card. So it's going to match, okay? And then she had a score 1/2 inch in from the left side. Then she added the extra sticky tape onto that flap that you just created, okay? And this is going to get attached right here, right over that front flap. Okay, I'm going to open this card. You see the glue, the tape right there, and that's going to get placed right there. What happens is this creates the front of the card, just like so. Super easy, but what a look. Okay, so with that done, this is what she has decorated, and she has used, not surprisingly, the 6 by 6 Chantilly lace, which is just such a beautiful, elegant look. And she did mat this on another of the Chantilly lace cardstocks, so on that tan. And she did her ribbon technique. So she wrapped it around, glued the ends to the back of the matted paper, then glued it down to her card. Now in this time, she made a bow and knotted that in place and added a flower. The flower is from the Royal Posies from 49 and Market, the Passion Pink collection. I love it because you get all different sizes. The ribbon, of course, is from the light pink ribbon collection. And so that takes care of the front of our card. So you've got all of that going on. But then she went into some dazzles. And these are the hearts and flowers engraved dazzles. Now, you may not think that with a title like Hearts and Roses that you would have bird cages, but you do. In fact, Teresa has used many of the pieces on this particular sheet. Now you get them in silver and you get them in gold. And if this is something new to you, let me just lift a piece and show you. They are printed on an acetate, a sticky acetate. So you can see that what they do is that they allow whatever is behind it to show. So if you have a pattern paper, that's going to show. She elected to use this pink out of the Chantilly lace solid cardstock, and she foam taped that on top of her card. Now she did use our metallic gold paper as a mat, so really pretty. That's our 12 by 12. Now you can see the Not Older, Just Better. That is a cutout from the 6 by 6, as well as this oval. Both of those were matted on the metallic gold. And then the Happy Hello, as well as the bird, they were taken from the Dazzle set. Really pretty. A second flower is down there. Now when I open this up, this is what you see. So you kind of have this handle over here. 2 more papers out of the 6 by 6, both matted on the metallic gold. See how that gold reflects from the dazzles as well as the metallic gold paper? Really pretty. This is another of the cutouts from the paper pack. In fact, that paper pack has 72 cutouts. That will go far for you. Now these birds were placed on the solid cardstock, then trimmed right next to the bird and foam taped in place. Now you get an extra bonus. In fact, you get 2 bonuses, 2 more panels, and then you have that sliding mechanism. Oh, so pretty. You can see the same elements are used, but with just really different looks. And I like what Teresa's done. Of course I do. But she's got pink here, she's got this gold, and then she's got a kind of a tan over here. So it looks different too. Visually, it looks different. So this just folds in. We've got the pink and the brown, and then on the front, we've got the burgundy. So isn't that just fun? What a great way to use the cutting die. Thank you, Teresa. Absolutely love what you do. So what I'm showing you is our fabulous folded center step card cutting die. Now, as always, the complete instructions are down below in the gallery, in the project gallery, which is also where you're going to see all of the images for these cards that Teresa did. And you're going to get the downloads. Now, the downloads will be on the card project itself, and it will be at the bottom of the supply list. So that's where you'll find it. And once again, Teresa, thank you for making this even a more valuable cutting die. We absolutely love it. Be sure to look at the money saver. It's on the right side of your screen. And if you're watching this on YouTube, come on over, take advantage of that money saver, and please sign up to get our emails because we've got lots more coming. Thanks for joining, and thank you for being, as always, the very best part of paperwishes.com.